What is up? What is up, guys? This is the Mark with the Mic, and this is another the Wrestling Babble Podcast by Recycling Inc. I am Mark with the Mic, joined by Louis Beans.
What's up? What's up?
And we're gonna talk about wrestling and Summerslam review.
Mm-hmm.
We got an all-in preview. We got some news about Neville, news about Xavier Woods. It's a big highlight for Xavier Woods and his YouTube channel, and yeah, it's a lot of things to talk about. So I'll start with that because I just read the news. Up, Up, Down, Down receives Guinness Book of World Records honor for having the most subscribers for a YouTube channel by a celebrity.
Really? So he beat... Come on. You mean to tell me that the Jenner and Kardashian, they don't have more than him?
Well, celebrity video game channel.
Oh, okay. All right.
Celebrity video game channel. That's a really good honor. And so seeing that's his baby, that's a side project. That's awesome, and I love that channel. I'll definitely check it out. I think Randy Orton, he has a Superstar Save Point with Randy Orton that aired today.
Oh, Randy's
They're
not
playing. He's
not hiding in a corner somewhere, like waiting to beat somebody up.
No, you know, one thing I like about his videos is the fact that this is one thing that he didn't want no one in gimmicks. He wanted them being their regular themselves on TV, like just playing their games and shit. And that's the way he fought for that. He fought for that because when WWE tried to take over it, they wanted everyone to be in character. They wanted storylines to build up, and he was like, "No, then I don't want."
Whoa, I never knew about that.
Yeah, he was talking about it. Who was talking about it with? He was on a recent cast. I think it was Edge and Christian.
Okay, cool.
I think he was talking about that, and he's saying that's exactly what he said. If it came to a point that if he couldn't be the way he wanted to be, then he was not going to do it.
Yeah, I feel that. I understand.
And that was something that he really wanted, is their personality and shit like that. And you see like a more comical side to Randy Orton, that he has a lot of jokes and shit, and that is actually cool. Him and Ruby Riott had a really good one. Him and then you see him talk to wrestlers that you don't really see on TV. Like he has one with Drew Gulak. He has some ones with the Lucha House Party. He has episode with Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese and Jack Gallagher and Makazi, which is Sasha Banks' husband.
Okay, cool.
And he's a costume designer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's the one that designs their costumes half the time.
So, like a majority, or like is he the guy?
Like he's one of the guys. He's the one that created Seth Rollins, Thanos' suit.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah. So shout out to Up, Up, Down, Down. That's a good feat. Yeah, and the thing seeing that as his little side project and his baby, that's always good to have.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, supposedly Neville is out of contract in WWE.
Now, what does that actually mean?
So, I will take this news with a grain of salt, kind of thing. Okay. It's more like this article thinks he's out of contract because when they did the phone call with Triple H, he kind of hinted that he moved back to London and things like that. But he never really stated that he's off a contract or he's resigning. He's like, they would be dumb to not make a deal with him within before the contract ends, kind of shit. So there's a lot of talks from Triple H that there's still contract and they still communicating. And then there's another thing that's saying that they're not communicated at all. So.
Okay, so just you have to wait and see.
Yeah. But anything, if he's not in contract, it was probably recently that he just got released off the contract and they kept it hush, but he won't be able to do any shows, like televised shows or anything like that for about 6 months. I
saw that and I was like, there was questions over whether or not they're going to let him out of that thing.
So, that's a clause that you sign. So basically that's something that doesn't break unless WWE allows it.
Yeah, so it doesn't make again, even if he did, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
All right. So don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. So Neville questionable release. Scott Steiner saying hello. But you know what? I think he'll be great for the UK division.
But do you think he's still comfortable with WWE?
I think he'll be more comfortable with Triple
Or
H.
yeah, I was gonna say or because you said Triple H, so that means with anything connected to that division is him 100%, or is
Yeah,
it still okay? Okay,
the UK and NXT. Those are his babies. Those are him. Those are him running it with Regal and Teddy Brookside.
okay, gotcha.
So like I think if he had to do something, I think he would love to do something home in the UK, and
And
you
why
don't have to
not?
travel much
Why
and all.
not?
So it makes sense that he would do that if it goes like that. And I would love to see him fight Pete Dunne. I would love to see him. I seen him versus Aleister Black, and that was like one of his first matches. It was fucking great.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was on the first UK tournament, the finals. During the finals, they had a match between Neville and at the time was Tommy Yen.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Mm-hmm. It was a really good
See,
match.
he's another wrestler I didn't really see much of before he came to NXT, so
Yeah,
I would have to look for his stuff.
yeah. So that was actually on the UK tournament, the first UK crowning of the UK tournament.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you should be able to find that at the network. Other thing, sad news that Jim the Anvil Neidhart passed away.
Yeah, and I mean, good on a lot of the wrestlers for paying, huge tributes, and I guess didn't WWE put like his matches on like highlight reels and stuff? Like when you go on the
Yeah,
network, you saw his stuff there.
hmm
So
and they also had they did a little tribute on Raw in the middle of the show. I
yeah,
really didn't like Ronda Rousey doing this thing she did. I really don't because
I
she's
my question about things like of that nature, because Natty is actually, well, I know the day of she
yeah.
wasn't there. So do you believe in it was Natty's choice to have her do it? Do you think that for real, or do you think that
No,
was a
I think it was a way to have her have a big baby face thing by saying something about the Anvil.
okay? Okay,
Yeah.
because like I'm wondering, would she really have like somebody else have a whole thing like that for her father? Like, wouldn't you rather have like Vince or Stephanie, or you know what I mean?
The one person that's there that actually on the road with them, if that shit came out and said something, was TJ.
Okay, but I think he was probably home with her.
No, he was on the road.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was on the road. So she could go. He was on the road with them.
Understood.
Yeah, and I think he had a really close relationship with him as well.
I mean, but he should. He's a member of the family.
Yeah. But like even before that, I think because they all kind of grew up together, kind of shit. So they always had a close relationship in that sense. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's sad to see him get passed away. He's part of one of my favorite tag teams of all time, the Heart Foundation. I also loved High. What was it? High Energy. It was him and Owen. Oh no, the New Foundation.
Okay.
When they wore the checker flags, they wore like checker flag jackets and shit.
They look like they were race car drivers.
Yeah, with leather. It was like a
Okay.
leather shit.
Yeah. I remember that.
It
That
was
that wasn't good at all. I
no,
mean, the
but
look.
as a tag team, they were great. But as the
No.
look, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking about.
So my favorite thing was actually him being in the tag team with Brett, and that's what I remember him the most from.
Yeah, same
Um,
here.
I have the most memories of the promos of him with his laugh and the stroking of his beard, and just be looking off into the distance. like
And he helped
that's
Brett a
Anvil
lot
to me.
too. He was made to help Brett a lot because Brett was really bad at promos back then. He didn't really
True.
have
I
a
can see
voice,
that.
and Anvil was the one that really had the voice.
Yeah, and yeah, that's another thing I remember about Anvil is that he was charismatic. So
Yeah,
that's another thing that gets a wrestler, I don't want to say over, but it keeps them in my memory is when they're charismatic.
yeah, that's true. And yeah, one of my highlights. If you go back to SummerSlam '90, I think it's '90. That's when they fought the Bulldogs. No, they fought Demolition for the WWE Tag Team Championships.
Okay, cool.
Check out also their, I think is on the Jim D'Anvil Neidhart thing. Check out the Hart Foundation versus the Bulldogs. Amazing matches.
Okay.
Back in the 80s. Probably some of the best tag team matches you see back then. But yeah, rest in peace, Jim D'Anvil Neidhart.
R.I.P.
Yep.
Going too soon.
Um, yeah. He had heart problems before that, so
Well, did you hear what actually happened? It was like an accident.
yeah.
Like that's the saddest part. Like that just makes you go, damn.
Yeah, be careful. Don't fall nowhere.
Yeah, I know. Once you get of a certain age, it's just like, yeah.
Don't wear pillows.
And pillows and hard hats all day,
Yep.
every day.
All right, so let's get into this review because it's a lot of matches, and little by little we can get through it, and then add the other stuff later.
Okay.
Ready? So the first match was the part of the kickoff. Andreas Giannames versus and Zelina Vega versus Rusev and Lana.
Right off the bat, I wasn't expecting too much, being that it was a mixed tag match.
Yeah.
Lana has improved, and so I know Zelina Vega and her were gonna, have something good, because the last match they had on SmackDown was actually pretty entertaining, right? Yeah. And so I thought, at least if you mix these two together with Rusev and Almas, you'll get something great. And it was actually a pretty good match. It was like entertaining to watch. And you know what I like about this is that since they're pretty much all characters except Almas,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So at least you have that on top of the wrestling,
yeah,
to make it better. So
yeah, I liked it, and I also liked it what happened on SmackDown, that Rusev actually finally got a win off of him as well. So it worked out.
And Aiden helped in a positive way.
Yay, Aiden!
See, it came full circle. So, being that it did all that, I would give it a 3.
3? I agree. That was a fun match.
Mm-hmm.
WWE Cruiserweight Championship match: Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak.
That, I feel two ways about that. I'm kind of with the internet with the what the hell happened at the end of the match. I was expecting a big finish, and I don't just mean like, oh, they gotta go home and blah blah blah. I mean, like, it was just a series of roll-ups.
Yeah.
For this match that was like, these guys they had heat with each other. Like, they were like pissed the hell off. Cedric was selling the hell out of being pissed off by Drew Gulak.
Yeah.
So I would expected this match. Don't get me wrong, it was hard hitting, and I think it was a few times they both like I don't know, how you say go off script, but like I think there was a few times during the match where they got pissed, like the other one hit the other one too hard, because Cedric slapped the shit out of him out the ring.
Yes.
So like it was a hard hitting match, but the end was the only thing I didn't like.
Yeah, like all 3 matches in kickoff had a roll up pin.
I see, that was another thing that was like, well, what's up with that? And it was like, yeah, it's not great.
Not creative with
not
that,
great.
Sure.
But it's just like, I was especially for this one though, they had so much anger towards each other.
You know what? I would have took more if he would have pinned him while he was in a Dragon Sleeper.
Okay, count to this finisher. Yeah.
Like kind of like how Kairi Sane won.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, like that would be a leverage that it's kind of Drew Gulak's fault because he put all those weight on.
Yeah, and he wouldn't let go. So
exactly. So I'll say they could have did it like that to make it more creative, and also have Cedric like feeling it afterwards. So basically, next time on 205 Live, he goes directly for that neck.
Mm-hmm. But again, like, I was underwhelmed.
Yes.
Only by the end. The match was good. I would give it 3.5.
3.5 is fine. I that's a fair score. I say again, like I would have had more of a story kind of ending, especially if you're gonna prolong this fight. And again, the way I just said it, the Dragon Sleeper into a pin, I think it would have worked better.
Mm-hmm.
Because one, you could sell the neck because he has to bend his neck in a certain way to get that pin. So basically, he's gonna have aftermath off it, and then you have Drew Gulak go crazy because he lost on fucking 205 and go attack his neck.
Yep, exactly.
Why I don't get paid for this? 3.5. I agree with you. Raw Tag Team Championships, the B Team versus the Revival.
I actually like the match, and mind you, I don't get to see them that often.
Yeah.
because I watched the short version. So, again, the B team is actually fun to watch. Like the energy they bring to a match is actually part of the reason I like them.
And they're both decent wrestlers.
Yeah, no, definitely, but like they're just fun to watch.
Yeah.
And you know what? They were even fun to watch even when they were just in the Mr. Raj. So that's no different here. And going against a great tag team like the Revival. So wait.
I wish there was more tag. They developed more tag moves between the two. Like, well, on the B team side.
Yes.
I just see them as two single wrestlers tag teaming and not actual tag team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my little disappointment with that.
Do they have many? I mean, like of the ones that they do have, are there any like B team exclusive?
Not that I know of. I know they do a double suplex here and there, and that's about it. Like, there's no like actual they don't have like a tag team finisher.
Gotcha. Yeah,
like the New Day does.
Or like the Revival does.
Like the Revival does. Like Anderson and Gallows have.
Like
Usos have.
AOP. Freaking. Yeah. Most tag teams. Do Street Profits have one?
But they have some tag team offense. Even Hardy and Bray Wyatt had one.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so that's one thing that kind of gets me off of B team is the fact that the lack of tag team moves. And I think they're both good enough wrestlers that they could create something. So there's no excuse in that sense.
Yeah, I agree.
So the match was okay. I felt like it's something that should have just been on Raw, and that's it. Like, it's nothing special to be on a pay-per-view. I'm glad that it was not on the main card. I'll give it a 2.5.
Okay.
It just felt like a match I've seen the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That was my little.
I would give it a 3 because I like both teams. So that's about it.
And the lack of tag moves.
Greatest tag match.
Lack of tag moves. Like, tag teams should have tag moves. They should be incorporated a lot into the ring. There's a lot of things that something that I would give, and this is something I would give credit to Big Cass and Enzo Cass.
Okay.
It's that they work the hot tag.
Yes, definitely.
Most of their offense was built off the hot tag, and a lot of tag teams don't do that.
You're right.
And that's a way to get people into the match. And a lot of tag teams don't do that. The one tag team that I know that do it is New Day.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no really other tag teams that really do it. And that's something that helps you out.
And the funny thing about New Day is that all of them are the best hot tag.
Yeah.
Either one, it doesn't matter which one.
They all have that explosive offense.
Yep.
And that's something that, again, when we go into the New Day match, I'm going to praise them in that sense. But, yeah, that's the thing. B team, develop some tag moves. Develop a tag team Aurora, because you already have the team. You guys been working together enough. You have the titles. Build a tag team legacy in that sense, because you ain't going singles, so might as well make the best out of the tag team.
Yeah, make it something to really talk about.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. First match of SummerSlam, which I think is probably one of the matches of the night.
Okay.
The IC Championship match: Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. First off, Seth Rollins' gear, fucking Thanos, was pretty dope.
See, I didn't get it, and I was just like, "Why is his leg gold?"
So I don't think no one got it. I saw the collar and it looked like Thanos. I was like, but I think Julio was telling me it looked like a Dragon Ball Z character. And then I was like, you know what? Let me look it up. And I looked it up. Looked up just the current costume, and it's supposed to be the Infinity Gauntlet. If you look at the Mikaze's design, it has the stones on the foot.
Okay, cool.
You just can't see
that.
them.
Yeah, all that. I see it.
But I thought the costume was cool.
I just thought it was different because I know he always does different. So it was in that sense. It was like okay.
And then kudos to the memes of the IC title fading away from Dolph Ziggler.
Oh wow! Damn.
That was great too. So
I mean, listen, the man wore trunks that had the belt on it. Come on.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Very good match. This is one thing I give Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. And this is something that takes off their match. At least they changed it up. The match wasn't the same as the ones they had on Raw for the past couple of months. So it was a whole different match. They added a lot of offense. They went for the leg. They went for the back and things like that. So there was a lot of things I appreciated in the match that they added to it. Dean Ambrose looked like a psychotic. He just got out of jail and is hungry.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. I was hoping for more, like I said in the last cast, from Dean Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
But we got what we got. I like the fact that Dean Ambrose is there. He had his little action towards the end. But for the most part, I really enjoyed the match. I'll give this one a 4.5.
I'd give it a 4, and I agree with most every point, except the only thing that really just was underwhelming was Dean's interactions. Was like he was pretty straight and narrow. You know what I mean? I didn't really want him to turn on him or anything, but I wanted like you said, I wanted more explosive Dean. I wanted something crazy. Just like, damn, Dean, why you do all that? Something like, you know. Just because it was his first time back. That was the only part of the match that was.
I think me and you hyped it up so much that we expected more.
Yeah. True.
But I dug what I dug. Highlight of Raw was Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, I like that match.
That match was really good. I like the new offensive moves Dean Ambrose added to his arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect that, and it was a really good match. And he still has it. He fucking moves good.
He's got those muscles for more than just show now.
Yeah. All right. So next match, New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Bludgeon Brothers. Some New Day won by DQ. I'll say the match on SmackDown was better than this match, but this match was fun. I enjoyed the tag team fight. You see tag moves; they work as a team. My only thing was, and I was telling you this before the cast started, is I hate when they use pay-per-views. If you're gonna have a pay-per-view, you should have a story end or have something really big happen. You could change the titles and then move it and then change it back and forth. But no, they went for the DQ, and it kind of like all this was wasted on the DQ.
Here's my take on it. And I mostly agree with you, but here's where we differ. I am tired of these kind of limp endings to some of the matches, and the DQ is a limp ending for me. Yeah. And so what I had thought should have happened 2 days, Sunday? So yeah, 2 days later.
Yeah.
The match was, for me, it was incredible. It was they made and fine. They have the charisma and they have the experience of fighting them from long time.
Yeah.
They're not new people. The Bludgeon Brothers are just a different name. They've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
So we've seen them fight before, but they managed to make it just different this time.
Yeah.
But they got to go wild on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
And that was the difference. That was the difference.
But I think is also what caused the DQ, and I think it was like probably last minute thing because Eric Rowan's going to have arm surgery. So basically, he pulled. I think he what it's called, his tricep.
Okay.
He fucked up his tricep.
That's terrible,
so he couldn't. Yeah, and he wrestled Tuesday.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was still. I was to say he's still there.
Yeah,
so I didn't even know.
Yeah, he tore his tricep. So during that match, I think they was like, all right, we got to end it in a way. So basically, they could have just dropped the titles there, and I think they would have been fine. What I felt. Yeah, but they held off and did it on Tuesday, which the match was actually a better match, and they just went crazy in that match.
It was the stipulation, man.
Yeah.
It's like the New Day, believe it or not, I think the Usos unlocked something in them, potentially unlocked when they went to those hardcore matches with them, and they came out a way better tag team for it, like with the ability to work with outside instruments in a fun, innovative way. Like that's what's so good about the New Day. You could put them anywhere. You could put them in a cage. You could put them outside the ring, inside the ring. It don't matter. Like they're that good. So it's sad thinking talking about it now because having the memory of Tuesday in my head, it kind of takes away from Sunday.
Yeah, I wish that match was on Sunday.
Yeah, me too. But
Yeah.
like I said, the main thing for me was that they didn't win on Sunday. It was like,
Yeah.
I thought that. So, but I would still give it a 4. Like I said, it was a great match.
Great match, bad ending. So 4, yeah. But yeah, New Day, five-time tag team champions.
No spinneroonies. Booker T said no more.
You know, Big E loves that number 5.
What was that? Is that a Big E symbol?
What, the 5?
Yeah.
No, okay. So in his time in NXT, he did the whole King Kong Bundy thing that like 3 wasn't enough. He wanted 5, so he always had the referee count to 5.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he always he says it in his promos too. Like, me with number 5. Like, I love that number.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So he does talk about it here and there, but yeah. If you go back to his title reign, even before his title reign, he always did that 5 count thing.
Okay, understood.
And people used to yell 5 when he came out.
Damn. See, that's some Big E lore. Bring that back.
Yeah. I love Big E. So good. They probably do that shit too, because now they're 5-time champions.
All right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We'll find out on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to seeing where the tag team division goes. You have the Bar, you have the Usos, you have Carl Anderson and Gallows. You have all these great tag teams on that SmackDown roster. I would love to see a 4-way Hell in a Cell match between them.
And we saw Gallows was back.
Yeah.
So definitely something.
Yes. So, and the Usos, I know they're not injured, so put them back on TV.
Oh, okay, cool.
What are you doing? They're one of your best tag teams. Put their asses back on TV.
You're right.
All right. Next match: Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens to retain the Money in the Bank. Braun Strowman won the match. I was just really disappointed because I actually wanted a fight. I wanted Kevin Owens to actually win it, but I understand the whole thing with Braun Strowman, but the way, if you're gonna don't put squash matches on fucking SummerSlam
on pay-per-views, yeah. Like unless it's gonna be in grand fashion.
Yeah, and that's the one match later on that we'll talk about. But this one was just putting Kevin Owens on the card to just get his ass whipped. It kind of pissed me off. So I give this a 1.
Okay, I'm a little more forgiving of the situation. I wish it wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
So that's me. That's gonna take major points away from it. So I would give it no higher than a 3, but I would only give it that because just what I saw happen. The delivery of everything was fine. Like, it wasn't a shit show. It was just it immensely disappointing.
Yeah, it made me mad, so I'm getting a 1.
But that said, I think I would have liked it a lot more if it was of something of ridiculous fashion, like the Braun Strowman stuff we were used to, where he's destroyed stuff. Like he flipped him over in a porta potty before. Like, come on, like he didn't even do anything.
Yep.
He just banged his head on some metal and was like, well, yeah, you just took potential years off a man's life for that, but whatever. Okay, let's keep it moving. Could you do something grand? Like, was it worth it?
And when Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens helped him win.
Yeah, true.
What Jinder Mahal could have came in, he could have came in the match and punched Kevin Owens.
Yeah, to say, you're right.
He would have won.
Should he have come out with Braun's music though? Right? Maybe that would have helped.
Oh man. So anyway, next match for the SmackDown Women's Championship: Charlotte Flair, Carmella, and Becky Lynch. I think this was the best of the women's matches.
I think this match was way better than I thought it would be.
Me too.
It's a 3-woman match, and those usually have issues. So,
and I think Carmella did really good in this match.
She played her part. Like, she's so well at being, who she is. She's so developed as a character, and with that, her wrestling style, nothing she does really seems out of character. So, and her character is really being a chicken shit. So it works. It works.
I really enjoyed the match. I was a little annoyed at the outcome, but I was really happy with what happened.
We all want Becky to win.
Yeah, but like everyone's like, oh, he'll turn Becky, and I'm like, but is she really heel? Is she? I was tired of his shit too. I'm punching him out.
Put yourself in Becky Lynch's shoes for once.
Exactly.
Like there were highlights during the match. I really like when Carmella played it off like she slapped like Becky slapped her in the back of the head.
Yeah.
To Charlotte. Oh no, excuse me, the other way around, where she slapped Becky in the back of the head and blamed Charlotte.
Yeah.
She got on the ground and was just like, and then she was just mad, like, did you hit me? Yeah. She's like, no. And you could audibly hear Charlotte saying, do you really think I hit you? Yeah. It's just like stuff like that I like.
Yeah, so I enjoyed the match for what it was. I was disappointed with the ending, but I was happy with the aftermath of that ending. Becky Lynch being the shit out of Charlotte, which was great. I think she got a bigger pop than her entrance when she fucked up Charlotte.
Listen, you know what? Charlotte deserved it.
Yes.
Much like Johnny Gargano deserved to get kicked in the face. Yeah. So did Charlotte. So it's okay.
Yeah. So yes. So I'll give this match a 4.
I give it a 4 as well.
Yeah, solid. Between all the girls, they all worked well. I'm tired of Charlotte with having a champion.
Yeah, and it's funny too because she has been away for a little bit, but she was pretty much in your face like when she wasn't. So yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what? And then you also all side with Becky Lynch because your ass just showed up and got a title shot. That's bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah. So next match, Samoa Joe versus WWE champion AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. This match, I did not mind the DQ.
No, me neither. I mean, I'd be surprised he didn't commit like some type of homicide or anything.
Match started slow, but it really picked up. I really enjoyed this match. This was another one that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed more than most people. I think I saw the story aspect of it more than the actual just wrestling. And I enjoyed it. So this one's up there at 4.5.
I would agree with you. This one for me felt like a classic match.
Yeah.
Because that's historically just how they've been. Whenever they go at it, it's always over something emotional anyway.
Yeah.
And Joe's at his best, just being a snake, just being like. Not only is he so good in the ring, he's also so good on the mic, but he's also taunting at a level where AJ wants to just really just knock him out, but he can't because Joe's that good.
Yeah.
So it makes it even better to watch Joe talk his shit.
Yeah.
And that break, who else could pull that off so good though?
Yeah.
He just picks up the mic mid-match and delivers some more, just venom at AJ Styles, and of course got DQ. Why not?
That was a good story. You see, this is what I'm talking about when you're building a big climax to a story to keep going to an even bigger thing, and this was one of the things I'm talking about. At least they built a really good story going into SmackDown and ready to Hell in a Cell, because Hell in a Cell should be the end of that rivalry.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they should beat the shit out of each other in the Hell in a Cell.
But he also earned that DQ.
Yeah.
It wasn't a convenient way to end the match. It was earned.
Yeah.
So it all went together and it played, it played out how you thought it should.
Yeah, he crossed the line and AJ beat him with a chair.
Exactly.
If that was in my situation, I probably would have done the same shit.
Or worse, you never know. Like he's so
through the chair at his head.
Telling another another man's child that call me that. What? Come on,
that's terrible. Boppy.
So yeah. Again, I agree. I agree with the score. I would give it a 4.5 too. Like I said, that was a classic match. That was great.
Next match, The Miz versus Daniel Bryan. I think this. All right, this match got a lot of like ups and downs with most people. What I saw, I really enjoyed this match.
I'll tell you, I enjoyed it for what it was, and what it was is more than like just a wrestling match. I enjoyed it as a part one to something.
Exactly, and that's how I felt about this match. This was, and I think on our last cast, we both had The Miz winning this match.
Yep.
Because we had more coming to it. I like how The Miz won. He used his wife.
Exactly. Yes.
And
yes.
the match itself, it moved fluently. It was a good match. They had good offense back and forth. They told a great story. They did a lot of shit outside the ring, inside the ring. He did his yes kicks. He did his it kicks. It worked.
And
it worked.
And you know what? You know what's funny? Even the Miz showing him up, it worked.
Yeah.
Because sure, he ended up winning in the end, but when he was showing him up, he was on point, so it made it look even better.
Yeah.
And he tore his chest out. You saw? He's with them chops. So kudos to the Miz for that one.
I like the way it ended. I knew something was going more with this. Now they're going to tag team at Hell in a Cell, him and his wife versus Miz and his wife. So we'll see where that goes. But I'm happy about the match. I was fine with it. I gave this one a 4.5 as well.
I would give it the same thing as well. I was thoroughly entertained, and I love Maurice being somehow involved in the match.
Yeah,
and that they work so well together.
Probably the best.
How smooth that was.
Probably the best smelling brass knuckles.
Exactly. Like she pulled them right out that coat pocket. Like what?
They were in the boobs.
Somewhere there. She was digging something. But it's just like she was so slick with it. It was just like bloop. That's it. And that's what makes the Miz so good. It's like he pulls off the character of being the cheating asshole so well.
Yeah.
And it translates into the matches. It's great. It's great. So I'll give it a 4.5 as well.
Okay. Next match, the Demon. Yes, the Demon was back. Finn Balor
my surprise. Wow.
Constable Corbin. See, this is the match. I did not mind the landslide victory because he was back as the Demon.
Exactly.
It was unexpected, and he just fucked up Baron Corbin.
And kudos to Baron Corbin for then selling it the next night like it was an attack by some unknown person.
Exactly. Like, I don't know who that is, motherfucker.
He said, I signed up for a match with Finn Balor. You sent the Demon. That's a breach of contract.
I did like that. And the Demon looked pretty dope. It looked more like Venom than anything. Was happy to see it back. We talked about it. Like, if Finn Balor is the Demon, he'll win. So
of course,
the Demon, and he came and he whooped his ass. I wish you used the 1916.
I'm forgetting the name.
The Bloody Sunday move.
Yeah.
I wish you used that Bloody Sunday as a finisher because it looks vicious. He did it. I remember when he was going in the edge against Samoa Joe, and he was doing the coup de grace and then picking them back up and doing that fucking Bloody Sunday.
Oh wow! Okay.
And that was on NXT.
Gotcha.
So to give him that edge, I think his finisher should be different as the Demon.
Okay.
Than as Balor.
Okay.
If you're gonna use the coup de grace as regular Balor, use the Bloody Sunday as the Demon.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Anything just to make it look more, more different. Sell into that myth of this is a completely different what do they call it? Mindset, personality. So yeah,
and you push him completing that edge that he had to get that personality. So a lot of his moves should be more devastating.
Yes, definitely.
I'd give it a 3 just for what it was. Like, it wasn't a great, an amazing match, but it did its job and it did everything it needed to do. So, but I'm not gonna get high just because it's a 3 match.
I'll give it a 3.5 only because I like the Demon that much.
Yeah.
But again, it was two people on Raw that I'm pretty much a fan of. So
yeah. And he got a huge pop. I think that was one of the pops of the night. Besides Becky Lynch beating the shit out of Charlotte.
Yeah, I think so. Like, legitimately, she did make the arena erupt. That was crazy.
Because they had that fucking heartbeat. That shit was dope. I think we got excited in the house too. Julio came over to watch, and his lady Jen. So we were watching, and we all got hyped for when the team. We heard the heartbeat. So yeah. Next match, United States Championship match, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. It was a decent match.
I'll straight off the bat, I say 3.5, and I'll say this is why because I like both guys involved. It was basically a clean ass, no botches, no nothing. This was a typical straight up just of it was more so a Shinsuke match because he was more in control for the match.
Yeah.
but it was just like that's what it was. It wasn't special. There wasn't too much character stuff.
Yeah. I think their match again on SmackDown were better than the one that they had on the pay-per-view.
It did, but it didn't seem like it was longer. Like this match seemed shorter. It probably wasn't, but
it
it
was a
seemed
short
shorter.
match. It was a really short match. And then after he did that swanton on the apron, that shit was done.
Yeah, and mind you, I know there's a lot of talk about that was unnecessary, but you know what? I appreciate. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate the lengths that Jeff Hardy goes to make a match different in his own way.
Yeah.
And he's a dude that just sacrifices his body is what he does. Yeah. So he of all people knew how to do that basically. So
it was a 3. It was a 3. Like it was a decent match. It was a fast match. Again, it was a more of a championship match for Shinsuke to win. But I felt it like they used it as a filler. It was a filler match before the two big title matches.
Mm-hmm. I could definitely see that.
Shinsuke wins, United States champion.
And he had a great heel moment. I mean, a great Shinsuke moment. I will call his moments out. Is the boss, the missed uppercut. Yes. I love how he does it though. Because he does not just do it and miss. He has to be Shinsuke and it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I enjoyed his characteristics as a champ, and I like him as U.S. champ. So keep it up, Shinsuke.
Yep.
Next match is probably is down there with my Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman match. Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss for Women's Championship match. This was just again another fucking beatdown. Instead of actually having a match, you're just overselling this one and not giving anything to Alexa Bliss at all.
I'll tell you what my main problem is that okay, we understand, we get it. It's Ronda Rousey. We get that she's the baddest woman on the planet. You keep telling us that. But the thing about, and this is the thing that made me somewhat like those two, Alexa Bliss and Ronda Rousey's interaction before, was that Alexa played heavily on the fact that this is wrestling and there's things that you can't do, you're not used to.
Yeah.
And they didn't give her a chance to do that at all during this match. They didn't let her look like a champion.
Exactly.
A champion is not just a person who could whoop your ass. A champion is a person who could outsmart you in a wrestling ring as well. And Alexa Bliss not being, she's not a face. So she's bad. She's bad. So she's going to lean towards cheating. And she didn't get an opportunity to do anything that was remotely Alexa Bliss-like. She just got beat up. And it was, So I didn't like it at all. It's not how you represent a person who's your champion.
Not at all. And that really disappointed me like that. And then also the fact that, remember during the Nia Jax match, she had a more powerful offense than what Nia Jax did to her.
Exactly.
So it's just really ridiculous how they booked that. I was really pissed off by it. I gave this, I don't even want to give it a point. I gave it like a 0.5. I was not happy with it at all.
Nah, this is my most disappointing match because I thought they were going to play it differently.
Yeah.
And not just give it up to her on a silver platter.
Like, I agree with exactly what you're saying. Like, I thought you'll see Alexa Bliss using the wrestling rules against her.
I thought that's what they were setting that up for. Like, for long term, but just as who Alexa Bliss is.
Yeah.
Is she's going to use wrestling, not UFC fighting, because she's not a martial artist. That's disappointing.
Next match. What you gave it?
I would give it the same score as you. I would give it a 0.
Yeah. You know what? I give it a 0 because I'm just that disappointed with that shit. Like, that's how you. That's just me. Thank you. At least Becky Lynch beat the shit out of Charlotte, which made it higher, and the match was actually fun. It was a competitive match. This was bullshit.
Yeah, basically.
And that's it. Like, no one's getting offense on her besides Nia Jax. Even Nia Jax didn't get much either.
But it's just they keep saying I'm not Brock Lesnar, and they immediately pull a Brock Lesnar. What? That's what she said the next night. So you catch them in their own bullshit. I'm not Brock Lesnar. They pulled the Brock Lesnar with you. They didn't give the lady a character match, right? They didn't even let, what I'm saying? Like, so the writers didn't have anything to do. They were like, well, fuck it. We give up. Let's just let her get her ass beat.
And that's the problem with Raw. And then it's going to be a continuing problem until they actually fix that.
Yeah, you know what? That's true because SmackDown would never let that gone down.
Yeah.
She would have found a way.
Yeah. All right, next match. Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns finally defeats Brock Lesnar. All right. The match itself was okay. It was more the whole him cashing in and then Lesnar throwing the briefcase, which I thought was genius.
That was hilarious.
That was the smartest thing I ever seen a Money in the Bank like opponent do.
Yeah.
Take the briefcase and throw that shit.
I agree. And he threw it perfectly.
Yeah. He launched it to the other side, so you need the contract in order to cash in.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that the referees are so slow about the cash in. Like, what? Huh? What?
Yeah, like, they have to stop that because that seems forced.
It's really annoying. And I like, motherfucker, just cash it in.
Exactly. Like, you know how many times the cash in would have taken place if they had stopped doing that long ago.
Yeah. The ref should not care if the wrestler is sure or not.
You right? Once you say, hey, open this briefcase.
Are you sure? Cash in.
Because Carmella, she'd have cashed him like 7 times already.
Exactly, and that's really annoying. Like, just have him fucking cash in. The simple as that. The referees just really annoying me with that. Like,
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
It was a fine match. It reminded me of the kind of like the Goldberg in a way, as in it was a fast action, really fast. Like hit him, and try to take him out. But it went to the same shit that Brock Lesnar does: German suplex, try to go for the F5. I did like the fact that when they try to change it up, so Roman hit Strowman, then Lesnar was like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck up Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
Then he fucks up Strowman, throws the fucking the fact that he threw the Money in the Bank was genius. I was happy about that. I was like, at least he threw the Money in the Bank and then leave it there. That was like a attention to detail in that sense, and I actually was happy about that.
I mean, I'm just happy the match wasn't boring.
No, it wasn't.
That WrestleMania match was terrible. In comparison,
yeah.
I think to be honest, I think this was the better of the matches that I've seen. I did not see that one WrestleMania. I think the first one they fought.
So I like that first one. I think their first one was the best one.
So I haven't seen that, but that said, of the ones I have seen, to me, this was the best one. Yeah. I like since they've already established the style of fight that they have is going to be nothing but big moves. I was fine with that. Superman punch all day. I know that's the style they do when they do these matches. Like I've become accustomed to it. So
it's like a knockout match. Like who's going to knock each other out first?
Yeah, they start this is the matches you start with your stocks at 5. That's it.
Yep.
Go for broke. Go for broke. Here you go.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it. And it was for me, I think it was the best one of those that these two guys have had. I like the way they handled Braun Strowman's thing, although I still think it would have been a better thing if Braun Strowman had won.
You know what? I'm happy that Roman took the belt.
I think it's
he actually has the title. Like, it's been about fucking time. It's like, let Roman at least get the title. Like, he needed that title.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, I think he should have won the match, but then got cashed on by Braun. Yeah. And then lost, and then that would have started a whole like you say about the beginnings and endings of season stuff.
Yeah.
That would have been the end of season whatever, and that would have started the new thing where now it's Roman versus Braun to get the belt back.
So one thing I will say I give this match is the fact that they used Strowman's pop to keep the people in check in this match. So I understand the whole thing with Strowman coming out early, and then he's also the big man. He's also the monster, and he's the type to go in front of their face to cash in.
Yeah, yeah.
And I give them that credit is the fact that attention to detail that they actually doing that with a giant, you know. So I'm happy the way he did it.
They're keeping it in character. They're keeping it with the guy's character, so that's consistent, which is good.
And then the whole shit with like Roman, like him sidestepping Roman actually hitting him by accident and then Lesnar capitalizing on getting him out the way, so he fucks him up and throws the briefcase. I thought again that worked, and that worked in a way that it kept people into the match. Like usually, if it was just 1-on-1 and they were just fighting, the crowd would have been booing. You understand?
Yeah, you're right.
So I think that was the smartest thing WWE did, was tease the Strowman thing, because it kept the hype into the match, because they were not sure if he's going to cash in or not. So I think it was smart on WWE to do that.
That makes 100% sense. It's something that I didn't think about really.
Yeah.
Like as an entertainment factor to like hold people's attention, I didn't think about that. But that makes 100% sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I give them credit where credit's doing that thing. The match itself, I'll give it like a 3.75. It was a fun match. It was really fast paced. It did what it needed to do. My highlight of it was when he threw the fucking briefcase.
That's pretty much the highlight, I want to say, of the entire show. Like the one moment, that's the SummerSlam moment.
Yeah.
I think.
And I think that was the smartest thing that they actually did. Like, you need the briefcase to cash in, and Strowman's knocked out.
Makes perfect sense.
I'm happy Roman got the belt. Finally, he got the belt. Right now, you're almost at what you wish for.
They just gotta let it happen. They gotta let it happen.
They need a fucking tag title. I guess they gotta get the tag title. Dean Ambrose goes for the women's title. One of the two.
I mean, listen.
Dean Ambrose, fuck up Ronda Rousey. Get the.
Oh no, he looks angry enough that might happen.
Yeah. So the Shield are two champions, and Dean Ambrose is lonely. So that also could go in the trade that Dean Ambrose may trade him as well.
But here's my thing about that is that since they first resumed being on the same show, like, you know, long before he got hurt, the Shield didn't get a long enough run, because then they lost all the competition when the New Day left.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That, like, and then the tag division dissolved because then you didn't have like them versus American Alpha, because now they're not a tag team anymore, even though they're both on the same show.
Yeah, I think they're coming back as a tag team though.
So it's just like, I want the Shield to get another full run without breaking up so quick.
You know, I think this is the beginning of a Shield heel turn.
Okay.
Because Strowman's the babyface.
Yeah, he kind of is by default.
Then the rumor, there's a lot of rumors right now that he may bring back the Wyatt family for that one night for Hell in a Cell.
But why would he bring him back?
Because he's getting jumped. And
I see what you mean. But
Bray Wyatt's a babyface now as well.
Oh, okay.
And then Luke Harper is kind of up in the air now.
Oh shit! Yeah, this all falls into place now. Yeah, it makes sense.
So that could be a smart move, especially, but don't do it early. What you do is at that night, that's when you announce the Wyatt family reunites to fight the Shield. Don't do it on a Raw. Don't do it on a SmackDown. Have Strowman get attacked to the pay-per-view, and then when he comes out, he's gonna get the pop, and then you hear Bray Wyatt's new theme. Because supposedly he has a new theme being produced by Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
So that's how I will do it. I will do it and enter him in the pay-per-view. Not on Raw, not on SmackDown. Don't preview it. Don't even tease it.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. Have Strowman get fucked up the whole time. Have Shield jump him every single time they get. Have them start doing some heel shit. You know what? Take all the belts as well. Fucking Shield and Seth Rollins and Ambrose beat the B team.
Yeah.
Make that tag team division interesting again in that sense as well. Like, have them have all the belts, have them be that top heel group. We haven't had a top heel group in such a long time. The last one was Authority, and that died out really fast. So this is a way that they could do something on Raw to make it interesting, and that'll be the thing with Bray Wyatt.
See, but they would have to be independent.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think they could work for the Authority, because they've broken those bonds a long time ago, so they couldn't do it that way. So it would be interesting to see a brand new
In wrestling, everything is forgiven.
All right. Well, this is true. Yeah.
Oh man,
This is true. I mean, look. But also we
yeah.
did get an interesting development because Constable Corbin is now the head of the show.
Yeah.
So this could take an interesting turn with that too, because he doesn't get along with Roman Reigns already.
There's a lot of things that could be done to improve. Like Raw needs a big overhaul. It needs a division. It needs their visions being stepped up more. You cannot.
I think they are. I think maybe we're getting a reboot with Corbin, and we're probably going to see some changes.
Yeah.
So I want to see what the next maybe week or 2 weeks, has.
I don't want them to go from Dolph Ziggler to Drew. Like they're gonna go right to Drew McIntyre to get the IC title.
Well, who's supposed to be next in line? Like for real though. Like I mean, can we even recall who has like singles matches enough that they would be going for? Because let's be real, Drew hasn't even had really any singles matches.
Yeah, it's true. You know what I will do? And this is something if they don't bring Luke Harper to Raw to do that Wyatt thing.
Okay.
Put Balor in the mix with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
The Demon, the Leader of World, and the Monster tag team against the Shield.
Okay. I see you. I mean, but then can they only do that on pay-per-views then, right?
That would be the one fight on the pay-per-view.
Okay. All right.
You know what they could do?
They don't have a match. There's nothing for them, right?
No.
At Hell in a Cell yet. Nothing yet. Okay.
Nothing in Hell in a Cell yet. I think the only match that was announced was Daniel Bryan, Brie Bella versus Miz and
and AJ. Yeah, that's the only one.
AJ and Samoa Joe. Those are the only two that got announced so far. But yeah, I will do something like that. I will do something like that. I think that will actually build things, especially if you put the Shield as heel.
Okay. All right.
Have them dominate the show.
I'm with you. I want to see where it goes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one thing that I will do. Raw, really good SmackDown. I did not get to see 205 this week, so
205 was pretty good. 205 was actually Lucha House Party had a match.
I heard that match was really good.
Yeah, it was actually pretty fun. It was against Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese. That was actually like they have a thing. They have a good chemistry because they get fired up.
Yeah.
Lucha House Party and those two. So they really turn those matches into something like more than just a spectacle. But they also got freaking Grandmother Leak and Lince Dorado. They are so good, man. They are so good in those types of matches where they make them not. We want to say there's no tag belt, so why the hell are they doing that? But when you put those two guys together, they make those matches seem like they mean something. Like it's just like you just want to see them wrestle, and to see them do like tandem moves and choreograph flips and stuff is still great.
Yeah,
it's almost starting to be a throwback to freaking WCW for me with those two.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. TJP had the tiebreaker with Noam Dar. That was actually a pretty good match. TJP I liked is legitimately getting better on the mic because he's getting more time to do it every week.
Yes.
So they can't cut it short just because he lost. They got to find something else for him and Noam Dar to do. So that was pretty good this week, and there was more story stuff with Cedric and Gulak.
Cool.
And again, that's what made the pay-per-view ending so lackluster. Was this week they're just so angry. Like Cedric didn't smile once. He was just pissed off the entire time, screaming. You got the GM out there telling him to get back. You got Gulak and his henchmen out there. And it's just is almost like championship level. Like they seem like they've made it to that level where they are the two main guys on the show that you want to see, and to see them like, I don't know, it just goes well together. I didn't know I would see Cedric in a different light like this with Gulak, but I like this feud with Gulak.
Cool. Yeah. I definitely gotta watch it. I forgot to watch it this week. NXT was pretty much the early bouts of NXT Brooklyn. So you had Pete Dunne versus Gibson and Zach Gibson, and you had, I think it was Bianca Belair versus uh, what's her name? Carvano. Yeah, Carvano. Yeah, it was her. So those are the two matches before, and pretty much they just did recaps of the NXT Takeover show, and then they have the two matches they show like from 6 o'clock to 7.
Okay, cool.
So decent match between Gibson and Pete Dunne. Okay match between Belair and Carvano. Carvano's pretty good, solid wrestler. She's been there before, so she's part of the Mae Young Classic as well.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I really enjoy SmackDown. I love the fact that the tag teams are main eventing the show or being highlighted that way. Again, congrats to New Day for 5-time champions. I'm very happy with. I love the New Day. New Day is probably one of my favorite new tag teams like in this era. Like I love the chemistry. I love the jokes. I love the wrestling, and they just get better.
And they're so well rounded. They do everything good.
And they sell everyone really well, and I think it's also kudos to that tag team division of them knowing each other so well. Because remember the New Day versus the Wyatt family, they had some good matches. Besides the one they went to the fucking farmhouse, other than that, they had good matches.
Oh boy,
New Day Usos, New Day the Bar, they all have really good chemistry with each other. Even the Good Brothers, they all have chemistry together. The only tag team missing that I wish they had more involved was Breezango.
I wish also American Alpha.
Yeah,
I think between the New Day and those two, they could have had some amazing matches.
Yeah. I think just the fact that Raw needs some tag teams, I will re-put American Alpha back together and give Revival the titles.
Listen, I am almost completely at this point hoping to make SmackDown a tag team only show because listen, they don't know what to do on Raw. They don't. So I would just take them all off.
Yeah. So what I was reading, WWE is planning to do 2 different titles soon. Okay. I think 205 is going to get a 6-man title.
Really? Now that means they got to have some more dudes though.
I think they have enough dudes to do it, and most teams are in 3s.
They don't have enough 3-man teams to go around though, because they're going to end up putting just the singles guys together.
Yeah, I think they'll probably bring up more to the roster, probably have more little clicks here and there, but I think them being a little different will help in that sense because their 6-man tags are pretty good. But they do need a tag team championship, and the women's tag team championship has to be done. But I don't want 2 separate tag team championships. I want a cross-brand tag team title because the women itself, they have tag teams, but there's like 2 different tag teams on Raw, 2 different tag teams on SmackDown, and then you can team up ones that are not really on TV. So I will definitely have that a cross-brand tag team started at Evolution. The women need a tag team division.
So who gets to decide which show that they compete on?
I'll say the champion. I'll say between both shows, like they could have the number 1 contenders, and then they do it by.
So it will only would it only be would it only be on the line at a pay-per-view if you could do it that way, where it's like 4 weeks lead up to the next one?
I think you can. I think the champions should be the only ones to be able to cross brands.
I mean, no, that makes sense. But I mean, like,
so
do you alternate every week? Like, so you don't get one, the champ only on one show more than the other show.
Yeah.
How do you even that out?
Well, you have them defend the titles on each show. Like, not all the time, but you can have them defend the titles here and there. Then build storylines. They already do like fucking 3-ways here anyway, so they can start doing some 3-way tag teams, best of Raw, best of SmackDown versus champions kind of thing. There's a lot of things they could do. It's just they had to develop something to really do something with it because I feel bad for there's a lot of women there that are teams, but they're not doing shit.
There's a lot of women there that aren't doing shit.
Yeah, And I
saw them on Raw.
and the women are crowded right now, but they only focus on Ronda Rousey on
Yeah,
Raw.
exactly.
And which is really sad. It's really disappointing to me, the fact that I know the talent that they have there. Yeah, Nia Jax had her ups and downs, but I like Nia Jax. I like shit. I even like Dana Brooke. I've seen potential in Dana Brooke. I've seen potential in her, but
I've been for a long time.
but you don't let her wrestle, she ain't gonna be good.
I think again, the thing I think with her specifically is they're not utilizing her strong suit,
Yeah,
as she's not the best when it comes to putting a match together, because you can see it, like she seems to fizzle out, and then her because she has high impact offense, but it's only with certain people that she ever get to like use it.
yeah.
And she was better at that in NXT. But with her main point that she's really good at is just she's good on the mic, and she's good
Yeah.
as an antagonist.
Mhm.
And her being a good guy associated with Titus Worldwide, I think is stifling her.
I think that's changing soon.
Really?
You didn't see the little heel turn between Apollo and Titus?
No.
I see it. I see it happening. I see Apollo turning on Titus.
Okay. Well, I mean, that'd be a much needed thing for him too, because what he's doing has him on, like, just know it. Like, he didn't have no match on the pay-per-view.
No.
So it's got him like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the women need that tag team division. I think they need something more to fight for besides the title, because you know that title ain't gonna leave Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, for a good while.
And it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be sad, but you know what? The WWE women right now don't deserve that. What you guys said you were gonna do with Ronda, you did the exact opposite.
You know, it's funny or not funny. They're doing the same thing they did with Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Like, between the time she got there and her winning Mae Young, and then her getting the belt wasn't that long.
She didn't win Mae Young though.
I mean, excuse me, being in the finals. My bad.
But you know what?
One.
The difference between Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler was in development or a year prior.
No, I heard she was actually in some other federation for a good long time.
She was in Stardom.
And they were saying she was there for a minute, but like still, when she came here, she literally was there for not that long.
She was on NXT, like development, like building up for about 6 months before she got on TV.
Okay, cool.
And then she went through the tournament. She had matches.
Yeah, she actually had matches.
She built into the title. So as much as I'm not the biggest fan of Baszler, at least she built to it.
I still feel like they're following that footprint.
Ronda just got thrown in.
She just won 2 insequential matches because they weren't any type of number one contendership, anything.
Exactly.
It makes zero sense.
Yep.
Oh man, that's just how you go for the belt, though. It's just like, that's what I'm saying with Drew. As much as we go, that's the blueprint. You know he's going for the belt next. You have to remember that they seem to be doing that a lot nowadays. It's just, you're popular. You could fight for the belt.
Yeah.
It's not, you won mad matches like Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Nod, wink, wink. Hey, look, she's on SmackDown, who has consistency. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're talking about Raw. I'll bet you 100% that Ronda would have had a different route if she was on SmackDown, but they don't want that because that's the A show, quote unquote.
Yeah. It's true. It is true. And it's sad to see where the Raw women's division is. I'm not happy with it. And again, I skip most of the things that Ronda Rousey does. So if she's on TV, it gets fast forward.
Oh, I'll make sure to watch it to see where she does develop. But like, again, it's still, they're just, the way they've handled it has been all what they said they weren't going to do, or what they alluded to they were not going to do.
I watched the highlights.
I like to see her make mean faces.
The doodle face.
Because Alexa Bliss was so right. Watch you make me faces. Damn it.
That doodle face. She has that if you stepped in shit face. You can smell it. That's the shit he has. All in next week.
Yeah, September 1st.
Yep. Next Sunday.
This is remember this is not the main roster. This is not WWE, so a lot of people may not be in the same level of hype, but this is like actual history, so it's pretty cool.
This is good for the independent wrestling. This is good for wrestling in general. Like WWE needs competition, and I will say that generally WWE needs some competition or somewhat of a glance of competition. Just the fact that makes the product better.
But the way they do it, it doesn't feel like competition. So that's the thing that makes it good. Like if this is almost like if WCW had not given a shit about WWE, and just did their own thing, instead of trying to fucking pander, and then when the pandering stopped working, which was after the NWO lost its luster, and we saw the shit show that followed. So
the new blood.
The new blood, the new logo, Jeff Jarrett, slap nuts.
Mike Awesome, the fat lady thriller.
Oh God, I forgot about that. The demon. The demon.
Glacier.
I don't give Glacier shit, because if you watch the documentary that they put up recently, he's helping Cody get in trouble. He found his path.
Yeah.
he found his calling by providing a performance center-esque place for wrestlers to work out and stuff. So good on you, Glacier. And mind you, I think he was like a teacher.
Yeah, he's a teacher.
So yeah, he's a good dude.
He was actually a black belt in martial arts.
Yeah, he was but you know how it is. They got to dope it up for TV, so he always looked dopey.
Exactly.
But and they stole gimmicks. He was a bootleg Sub-Zero again. If WCW was to stop stealing and do its own thing, would have been a much better place.
They would have had money.
This is also true.
This probably got sued.
Like again, but All In being as big as it is, I'd see it as a good thing, and I'm actually interested in seeing the matches. The one I'm most interested in is the three-man match with Rey Mysterio in it.
Yeah,
like I want to see that match the most.
That one looks good. That's Phoenix, Rey Mysterio. I forgot who else is in there. The Pentagon Jr. versus Omega. I think that's the main one I want to see.
Okay.
We did run down the card. I think it was last week's show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's coming up.
Nothing new was added, right?
No, the same thing. Is same exact thing in the card. The only thing I will add, definitely listen to Talk is Jericho. On Wednesdays, they had Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks there talking about the All In pay-per-view. I have a feeling Jericho might actually appear.
Well, see, I don't know if they spoiled anything by showing off the Jericho Cruise match.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna be Alpha Club versus Omega Club with the flyer. Like it came out like I think it was today or yesterday. So I mean, listen, why not?
And then Chris Jericho is doing his cruise already almost sold out, and that's a great thing for wrestling as well. Is giving more guys work
again, and a different venue, and he's mixing it with some rock and a lot of comedians and all types of fun stuff. And it's just like, God damn it, this is almost like comedy for me. The way that how comedians, there's so many comedians, and we know that there's like the WWE comedian guy, like before he got in trouble, Louis C.K. was like the guy, or how Seinfeld used to be the man.
Yeah.
And you tend to, if you follow one, you tend to lose sight of everybody else. So it kind of feels like that for me, because it's just like, oh, here's this guy, he's dope too. And then there's like his 5 friends, they're all dope, and they're doing, and it's like, God damn, wrestlers can do the same thing. How about that? So I appreciate it. Thank you, Jericho.
Yep. And it's the first of its kind, and it's actually on a damn boat.
I hope there's a match where the loser has to ride in like the fucking, what's the thing that you put? The lifeboat.
The lifeboat.
Loser rides the lifeboat.
So Jericho kind of talked about, I think it was the cast before that, they did the best and worst Summerslam preview show. Okay. And he was talking about there was one wrestler. He said he wanted everyone to guess the wrestler to that wanted to get thrown off the boat. If he lost the match, he gets thrown off the boat.
Kenny Omega.
And then Jericho was like, that's over 100 feet. You'll die, right?
I bet you it was Kenny Omega who said that. Who was
Yeah.
it? Who did he say?
I know he had the people guess. I have no clue who
Oh, he
actually
didn't
said
answer
it.
yet? Okay.
I think
That's
he
my
probably
guess.
said it in the show, but I'm not sure who said it. Most likely it was probably someone like Sabu or someone.
Oh, shit. Sabu's going to be there?
Tommy Dreamer. I could see Tommy Dreamer. See Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, but that would be so funny. Just a picture of like that awesome cruise ship and just one sad, lonely wrestler riding in a lifeboat in the back. Like on a long ass rope, like so that just long.
It's just sad.
Just sad. It should be Flip Gordon. He should just be out there.
Be Flip Gordon. It's sad. But All In next Sunday, definitely check it out. It's good for the wrestling world. Impact been pretty decent. They have a New York show coming up in November, the Bound for Glory.
Okay, cool.
The tickets went on sale recently, but that's going to be the next pay-per-view. They've been using Toronto as like a home base for their show, pretty much.
Did you see? Speaking of independent wrestling, did you see the live Smashing Pumpkins concert last night?
No, I did not.
They were like live streaming, and I was just like, "Huh? Is Billy Corgan on? Oh my God, Billy Corgan is right there on stage." I'm like, "Damn, this dude is everywhere." All right.
Yep. So I think he'll be at All In as well because
he's got his champ there. Yeah. And that's the set of promos they put out for Cody and Nick Aldis and like the rivalry they're having now and just his like trying to stand out in this business, and it was like, oh shit, that's actually pretty cool. It's got me pretty hyped for that match, and it's got my eye on Nick Aldis now. Like I've never seen him wrestle before, because I never watched it, but now that I see the dude and he comes across as a genuine person, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll see what's up. So I hope that's a good match. I didn't know he was a Saiyan. What's up with that?
I didn't know either.
Yeah, that's his ring gear. He's got Saiyan armor on his pants. So,
what else? Fire Pro Wrestling comes out this week.
Nice.
I'm gonna try to pick it up. Hopefully, it's good. I'll probably do some playthroughs.
Nice.
I'll try to do if they have all the people for All In, I'll try to mimic the pay-per-view.
Okay.
I'll try to do that. It comes out Tuesday, so I'll have it by then. If Kiwami 2 doesn't take all my time.
I hear you. Listen, Kiryu busting heads is never not fun.
Yep. So, anything else?
No, that's about it.
All right. Definitely, this is the Wrestling Babble Podcast. Definitely check us out on all our Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff with Red Cyclone Inc. and Mark with the Mic. Follow our playthroughs, the Mark with the Mic on Twitch and on YouTube, Red Cyclone Inc. on YouTube. Our podcasts are also on the YouTube channel, so definitely check them out. And check out the Wrestling Babble Facebook. We have the live polls during the pay-per-views, which were a lot of fun, a lot of conversations, and a lot of funny memes. So check it out. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Always
for the It Gets Better Elsewhere podcast. That's all.
Yes, and always remember, follow Jenkins
because he got those sandwiches.
No, you got the sandwiches.
No, he's got them. He hides them. He hides them in a secret compartment so nobody can see. That's why you bring yours to taunt him. They come after him so you can take him when he's not looking.
He's just greedy. All right, peace out. Laters.
Peace.